catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Field, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Detroit.
Gun. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's Ryan for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Trey Flowers.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
He's brought down.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And brought down, but now before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here we go with Johnson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
On the play. 1st down, Lions.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets them 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brings up 4th down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. The decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 15 yards on the play, first down.
39-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The tackle made at the
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Now a handoff looking right. And we'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
It's 2nd and 8.
They go play action with Hurts. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there of pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a 2nd score.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Steps away. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
A 26-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for T.J. Hawkinson. Incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
To go.
Escaping the pressure right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Sterling Hawkrichter set to kick off.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Taken in the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Oh, totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Gain of 5.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
At the Lions' 14-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Looks good on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Oh, that was dangerous.
Now 2nd and 10.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they give this time to the tailback. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
6-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. 2nd down. Here's Hurts. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw again. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for a right side here, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Lions 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And it'll move the chains. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown.
DeAndre Swift, 35 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
The extra point.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Big play there. 82 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Lining up for the point after.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson, but it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Makes the maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
1st down, Lions.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session and be saying, hey, run that one back up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all. Those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
Complete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. But we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Looking deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
And this will wind up a Saints 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. It's a big play there for the Saints. Give him 58 yards on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Will Lutz lining up for the point after.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Johnson.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And it's 3rd down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score, Saints.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. I'll be heading to the hotel. Charles, he's off to Bourbon Street.
No, I'm not.
Yes, we say so long from New Orleans.